What's going on YouTube? Joe Miner 3131 here to give you a quick 4-game main slate breakdown for Wednesday, October 24th, 2018. Again, it's only 4 games. We got a team here on a back-to-back. Pretty straightforward slate as we look at it here. Jared's not with us tonight. He's out playing somewhere. Who knows doing what? He says he's playing hockey. I've yet to see any kind of bruises or bumps, bangs, anything like that on him yet. You haven't seen anything like that in the videos here. So until we see some evidence, we're just going to assume that he's out playing. With that being said, again, my name's Joe. You can follow me on Twitter, JoeMiner3131. You can follow the channel here at DFS Quarry on Twitter. And let's dive into it here. Like I said, we got a 4-game slate. First game up, Florida Panthers on a back-to-back heading in to take on the New York Islanders. Last I checked, Panthers were getting their asses handed to them by the Rangers here tonight. Disgusting the piss out of me because I played some Florida here. Whatever, man. So these prices here aren't going to be updated yet because we're so early here doing this, but they should be relatively close. I can't see anybody going up or down too much with the way they're playing. Hopefully they'll drop. But with that being said, the Florida side here, Dadonov, Barkov, Bugstad, whatever. They're in play. A little pricey maybe. They didn't do pretty much anything. Dadonov, I think, had an assist or something there. I like the second line here more if you want to target Florida at all. I like Huberdeau, Trocheck, and Malgin. I'm pretty certain here Malgin's not paired up on a power play with them. Let me look here. No, you got Trocheck on the top line, and looks like Huberdeau is getting time on the second unit of the power play with Malgin. So you got a pairing there on the second unit. I don't know how much ice time they get as far as a power play unit goes. But I prefer that second line, like I said, over that top line in this game here. I actually kind of like the Islanders side here a little more, and it should be Reamer in the net. And I don't want any part of Florida's goalie situation here right now. I'll just stay away until they can figure something out or until they prove something. With that being said, let's take a look at the Islanders here. This game does have a 6.5 over-under, and the Islanders are a -110 home favorite, if you want to call it that. This is pretty much a toss-up game here. And the Islanders aren't good, so what's that tell you about Florida? They're pretty disappointing here, too. If you check out Yinzer on Hockey, his channel, he talked about that today in a video he put out, talking about Florida being bad. We kind of disagreed about it, you know, before the game's locked here tonight, and man, he's proved me way wrong. Florida does not look good at all. But as far as the Islanders go, I'm interested in that top line of Anders Lee, Brock Nelson, and Josh Bailey, all relatively fairly priced. Brock Nelson and Josh Bailey should both be under 5,000, so you can stack them up very simply. I like the second line also with Andrew Ladd, Matthew Barzal, and Jordan Eberle, especially if they're going to be going up against the second line of Florida of Huberdeau, Trocheck, and Malgin. If they're, you know, lined up line 1, line 2 like that, that second line pairing for both teams here, that should be fun, fast-paced, man. That'd be a lot of fun. And that second line also, again, Barzal, most expensive at 5,000 on DK, man. That's, you could get all three of them in. I like this top 6, man. I'm interested in New York here a lot. I think if Jared was on, he'd probably be on the Islanders here too with this. I'm liking what I'm seeing here, man. If you want to drop down to that third line, grab Filppula. I wouldn't have a problem with that at 3,800. He doesn't have any power play points, but he has 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 shots, 2 blocks, 14 minutes of ice time. If this game starts to get away and they start to put it on Florida a little bit, maybe he'd see a little more ice time. Even a couple minutes could generate an extra shot on goal or a block. You never know, man. So I do have some interest there. Defensively here, uh, I guess you could play Nick Leddy. Thomas Hickey is very fairly priced, cheap. He's not done a whole lot, but he's getting pretty decent ice time at 18 minutes for 2,500. You know, he could walk into a block and a shot, maybe a couple of blocks or something like that, and get you value there. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Goalie here, with Florida being on the back-to-back, I may have some interest in one of these goalies in a GPP. I'm not sure about a cash, but they're both fairly priced at 7,300. I have projected what I seen on left wing lock was Leonard starting in the net. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But keep in the back of your mind that Florida's going to be pissed off coming out of this game unless they turn something around that I haven't seen. Defensively for Florida, which I didn't mention, I like Yandel. I played him today. I'll probably go back to the well there if I, run a line stack of the Islanders. I'll run it back with Yandel or maybe Ekblad, but I prefer Yandel. But that's pretty much it for this game. So, yeah, I'm pretty much really I like the Islanders in this. I could see a 4-3 game here. No problem. I like the Islanders, though, to win. Florida just seems, I don't know what you want to call it, sort of broken, I guess. They should be way better than this. I'm kind of disappointed. I can't see it all being Luongo being out from the net. That doesn't make sense to me on why their offense isn't doing much. Whatever. We'll move on. Next game. We got the Toronto Maple Leafs heading into Winnipeg to take on the Jets. We got a Canadian battle here. We got a 6.5 over-under, and we have a -125 home favorite for the Winnipeg Jets. Whatever. I don't. And we have a -125. I don't mind that too much. As far as that goes, I could play both sides of this, I guess. It looks like taking a look at daily face-off here, that looks like Toronto's switching their lines up here. When was this last updated? It was updated the 23rd. We got Zach Hyman, John Tavares, and Mitch Marner running on that top line there. I like Tavares and Marner. And obviously Zach Hyman, he's getting 16 minutes of ice time. He's only 3,900. And he's paired up with them top two guys, so he could walk into a goal or an assist or something like that. I don't mind that. Second line then will be Marleau, Austin Matthews, and Kasperi Kapanen. You guys know already I'm a huge Kapanen fan. There's going to be a problem here when Nylander comes back, I think. But nonetheless, I like Kapanen a lot. You can definitely play him at 5,600. He's not overpriced at all. He could easily get a goal and an assist, have 2-3 shots on the net. Depends on whether or not we see Winnipeg here try to just shut down Austin Matthews, similarly to the way that Pittsburgh did. Because Austin Matthews in the game that Toronto had against Pittsburgh was pretty much invisible. He didn't do a whole lot of anything. Now, Tavares was active on the ice, but as far as Austin Matthews did, it just seemed like Pittsburgh had the mindset that if they were going to lose, it was going to be by anybody but Austin Matthews. So if Winnipeg plays them with sort of the same ice plan that Pittsburgh did, I could see Austin Matthews, being pretty much a bust here at 7,700. or it could go the complete opposite way. So there's a lot of ways you can go in this game. I do like the top line. I like Tavares a lot, Marner a lot, price dependent. I don't mind Hyman, Marlowe, Matthews, Kapanen. I'm really on Kapanen there. Um, I don't even mind pairing Kapanen and Marlowe together because I believe they're on the same power play. We'll take a look here. No, it looks like Kapanen is not getting any power play time. Well, it doesn't matter. I still like Kapanen. I'm not going to go away from him. Defensively here for Toronto, obviously Morgan Riley is expensive, but he's in play. I do like pivoting to the cheaper Hainsey. Yeah, I seem to do that a lot. Hainsey's almost half the price of Riley. And people tend to forget about Jake Gardner here. Don't do that at 4,200. Know that he's playing for contract here. And he's a good defenseman. He's active on the ice, and that's what you're looking for. And in the net, we're going to have Frederick Anderson is who I seen projected here. And I do believe he's in play. Depending on how you want to game script, I think you got to script this game if you're going to play this game. I don't think you can necessarily price dependent stack it up, but I would pick a side and kind of go towards it. Either way, they're both good plays on either side. And Mitch, yes, bud, I got to start here a little bit because I'm going to catch a little bit of that Pens game. That's the only reason. Winnipeg, we got. Looks like they switched their lines up here a little bit too. We got Lonnie, Scheifele, and Wheeler on the top line here together. I really like that, but man, is that expensive. We almost 20K for those three. On DK, man, that's expensive. But I do like it. It should be a productive line. If they're going up against, paired up line one and line one, Lonnie, Scheifele, and Wheeler, up against Marlowe, Matthews, and Kapanen, I like that. That should be a fun, fast-paced event. Fast-paced, event on the ice there too between those two lines. That would be a lot of fun. Second line here is probably where I would go with Kyle Connor, Brian Little, and Nikolaj Ehlers, I think is how they pronounce that. They're getting ice time, and they're pretty productive too, actually. All three of them each have a power play point. They're all above in double digits in shots. They all each have blocks. They all each have assists. Ehlers has no goals yet on the year, but I wouldn't mind that. You could easily stack that up. You could pair them up probably and then get some pieces off of Toronto to actually game stack this up or script it out however way. I'm probably going to script this game one way or the other. Not sure which way I'm going to go yet, though. Defensively here, I like that top D-line pairing here with Morrissey and Trouba. Trouba had the game-winning goal the other night there, and that big comeback they had. Bufuglin, I don't mind him either at 4,800. He really took a price dip here, but his ice time is really down too. So he may be playing a little bit hurt here. It's hard to say. But these guys are all fairly priced. Morrissey being the most expensive, around 5,100 there. Chariot, I don't mind him either at 3,400. He's value. Morrow at 2,600. I don't mind going down that 2,600. I like them plays really defensively to save some cash, Because all these guys at 2,600, man, and a couple shots, a couple blocks, man, he's doing fine for you. Now, the first power play unit, if you wanted to really dive into that, I don't mind that, Connor, Scheifele, Wheeler, Patrick Laine, and Josh Morrissey. That whole man, that's nice. Expensive, but really nice. That's a nice looking power play unit right there. This game could go high scoring, to be honest. So maybe stay away. Oh man, you could script this out so many ways. I could see this going so many ways. But here's my thing. Although I am a Frederick Anderson fan, he's almost bound to give up 2 to 3 goals. You know what I mean? Every game. And if that being said, if we can see Winnipeg being able to put up 3 goals on Toronto, man, we should easily be able to see Toronto doing the same with Hellebuck. Although Hellebuck is the better goalie here. I'm not going to pick a winner in this, man. This is a complete toss-up in my eyes. You got to sort of, I guess, lean towards Winnipeg being at home. But these guys all got studs. This is Lonnie wants to be the best, player in the world. Austin Matthews, John Tavares, all these guys are studs. Scheifele, Wheeler. I mean, it's going to be a good game. So play both sides. There's plays here. And I think there's goals here. Jared might disagree and say this could go low scoring, but I don't know, man. I think there's goals here. And I do like Hellebuck and Anderson. You could use them in a GPP. I don't think I would use them in a cash game at all. I would try to go somewhere else. Even Lanner's probably a better cash game play than either one of these two. But both of these guys are in play for GPPs because I think they're both going to see shots. Each team is probably going to put up 30 shots here, man, a piece. So let's get out of that one. I talked long enough about that. Let's move on to the next one here. We got Tampa Bay heading into Colorado to take on the Avalanche here. And let's call it like it is. These guys, the Avalanche, are the red hot Avalanche, man. They had a hell of a road trip over here on the East Coast, man. They were kicking ass, taking names, and they went home grinning ear to ear. Landeskog, McKinnon, and Rantanen are playing out of their minds right now, guys. What else can you say? They really are. And doing it quietly, I think, which is even the better thing. So hopefully it's not too late to jump aboard. I can see possibly this game going, and blowing out. But again, we got two really good goalies in this game with Vasilevsky in the net for Tampa Bay projected. I didn't see if any of these were confirmed or not, but we have Varlamov in the net for Colorado. These guys are both elite goalies. And they're hard to beat, man. But these lines are, these teams, the forwards they're incredible, man. Tampa Bay, we got Gord, Point, Stamkos on the top line, Palat, Johnson, Kucherov on the second line. I like both of those lines. I prefer to stay away from the bigger names, but Stamkos has really come down in price at 5,900, man. He's just not really done nothing. He's got 17 shots on the year. He got 1 power play point and 1 goal, 2 assists. So it's not like he's not, maybe it's just bad luck. Maybe it's just not good shots. I'm not quite certain what the problem is there, but eventually he's going to break out here. And when he does, we want to get on that immediately. Maybe this is the spot, man, that he breaks out and scores 2 goals. I mean, it could happen. This is another game you can stack up any which way you possibly could think about. Talk about the defenseman here for Tampa Bay quick. Hedman, McDonough, Sergachev, Strawman. All these guys are in play, really. I think I like Hedman a lot. 5,900 is a little much, but I don't care. Girardi at 3,400 is nice. He's only getting 16 minutes ice time. I don't mind that, though. Whatever. Power play units are impressive here. This top line with JT Miller, Nikita Kucherov, Alex Killorn, Victor Hedman, and Steven Stamkos. Now, we've talked a lot about JT Miller, so I'm not really going to get into it. Is he still on the fourth line? He is still on the fourth line, paired up with Ryan Callahan and Cedric Paquette. Paquette is only 2,600 and Callahan is 3,000. huge, large fill GPP, you could go down and take that whole line. I'm not saying to do that. I like JT Miller. He's an impressive player. He's doing what he's asked to do, man. He's getting about 13 minutes ice time. He's got 4 power play points on the year already, man. So realistically, over on FanDuel with that bonus, the power play bonus, you gotta like him. Only 4,900 on FanDuel, but I think he's still in play on DK too when you pair him up, with this power play unit. If you think that you're gonna get some penalties here. You could. It could get, 3, 4 power play chances against Colorado. It's not out of the realm of possibility at all. Second power play unit is not quite as nice as the first, but very nice in its own way with Gord, Johnson, Palat, Sergachev, and Braden Point. I don't mind that at all. And like I said, Vasilevsky's an elite goalie. He could shut down Colorado here, but I don't see it. Man, this game could go like 3-2. Wouldn't shock me. 4-3 even, somewhere around there. Again, you got to sort of lean towards Colorado as a home favorite. There'll be a lot of goals here. Colorado side of it, I already mentioned it. Landeskog, McKinnon, and Rantanen. I think if anything else, and you're going to play any Colorado at all, be sure it's McKinnon. I know he's pricey, but honestly, McKinnon is the Colorado version of Edmonton's Connor McDavid. I think Connor McDavid is the best player in the world. McKinnon, probably closer to like an Austin Matthews type player, whatever, Sid Crosby type guy. But at 7,800, the whole entire offense runs through him, man. Everything about the offense runs through McKinnon, dude. So if Landeskog scores, man, good chance McKinnon is assistant on that. If Rantanen scores, good chance that you get McKinnon with the assist on it. You know what I mean? So I don't mind pairing these guys up, but they're expensive. It's hard to get the whole top line in. Second line, if you want to go a little different, Andrighetto, Kerfoot, and Wilson. I don't mind that. Very, very, very cheap, but it doesn't seem like too much here. Andrighetto had a goal the other day I seen. What's he got? He's got 2 goals on the year now with 13 shots and 7 blocks in 11 minutes. That's not a huge amount of minutes. Looks like they're playing their third line a little more with Nieto, Soderberg, and Calvert. It's extremely cheap too, man. So let's take a look at their power play unit here. Pretty much what you would think. They got Tyson Yost up there, 3,100 on the top power play. Tyson Berry with the top line with Rantanen and Landeskog and McKinnon. That's why I like them guys so much. The correlation between the top line, power play, everything involved in Colorado's offense is like them guys are just, man, it's McKinnon and those 2 wingers, man. I like it a lot. Here we go, man. This is what I think it is, man. This is 2 playoff teams gonna flex their muscles in this game, man. And hopefully they let it all out on the table. This is gonna be a good game, man. The more I look at this, I'm thinking more of a 4-3 game and think just a slight over on the 6.5. And I'm leaning towards Colorado for the win here. I'm not gonna play one of the goalies, I don't think. I think I'm gonna stay away. Don't like the goalie plays here tomorrow at all. All pretty much for me so far is just Leonard as far as a cash game play goes. And then everything else is, whew, oh, man. Those 2 middle games are tough. Last game on the slate here. We got the Vancouver Canucks heading into Las Vegas to take on the Vegas Golden Knights. Man, wonder if the coach left the Vancouver Canucks bring their Xbox so they could play Fortnite, huh? Instead of going out to the casino and drinking and partying all night before a game, man. I think that's why Vegas does so well, too, at home, man. I think the people can't go in there and play, these young kids, because they can't get away from the nightlife there. With that being said, I'm on the Vegas side of this totally. Just a quick talk about here, Vancouver Canucks, to give their, just a little bit of decent credit here for what they've been doing. Um, they need Pedersen back in a worse way here. This top line, you got Leipzig, Horvat, and Louis Eriksson. I like the Horvat and Louis Eriksson pairing if you want to do that. That's fine with me. You can go here in a large field GPP if you think these guys did stay in their hotel rooms and played tiddlywinks. That's fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. Fleury's always capable of giving up big games to teams who don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So being a Pins fan and being a fan of him for a long, long time, still a fan of him. Wish he was still a Pen. So we expect that shit. We just got used to it happening once in a while. Second line down here, Gaudette and Vertanen and Bertich. Whatever. Again, GPP, not really cash game for me, man. This is an ugly team. And I'm pretty much good. I'm not on Vancouver too much here. If you guys want to take a shot in a GP, you go ahead. I'm not going to talk you off of it. I'm just not going to do it, man. I'm not going to tell you I'm going to do it. Whatever. This team's ugly. You could look at it for yourself and you'll see the same numbers I'm seeing and just see it's ugly. Defensively, no, I'm pretty much good. I mean, if you want to take a one-off on Alexander Edler at 5,600, I mean, you could do that. I'm not doing that. No way. And I have projected Markstrom in the net. Not certain if that's right. Whatever. If it ends up being Anders Nilsson, either way, they're no good to me. So I don't want none of that. Again, I'm not going to play Vancouver. I mean, you guys want to play Vancouver? Good luck. I hope it works out for you. Vegas Golden Knights side of this here. It's the top line for me. Marchessault, Carlson, Riley Smith. These guys have been coming on here. They're still fairly okay priced. Marchessault's up there a little bit, 7,100, but when you get him with Carlson at 63, Smith is only 54, so that's not too bad. The second line, man, I haven't seen enough out of it yet. I only think they got a couple games in with running Pacioretty with Holla and Took on the right wing there. Whatever. I'm not a big Eric Holla fan. I think I went off on a rant here last week. I think it was Jared told me they gave Holla a 7-year extension or something like that. Turned out it was wrong. I was just nuts. No way. But whatever. I do kind of like Max Pacioretty at 4,600. I just don't know if he's got the guys with him. To me, it's more on this top line, man. So if we script this game out here a little bit, and we think that Vegas wins this game 3-1, right? Two of those three goals are coming from top line. If we look at the power play here, what do we got here? We should have. We do. We get the top line with Max Pacioretty up there, which again we like Max 4,600, and then we got Brad Hunt up here at 3,500. What do you got? Brad Hunt is third D line. He's only getting 6 minutes ice time. Don't think I'd take a shot on him. Maybe a GPP, but these other four, I'm okay with them. Certainly. Pacioretty, Carlson, Smith, Marchessault. I would not talk you off that. So if we're thinking it's 3-1, or if we think it could go, and maybe an empty netter at the end and it turns into a 4-1 game, man, those four guys are involved some way, shape, form, or another, I think. I also kind of like Cody Eakin. I think they got him run on the third line. They do have him on the third line. He's getting about 14, 15 minutes of ice time. 3,700. I like that price on him. So I believe Eakin's in play, and I think Fleury's in play here. That's what I got projected here. And for me, it has to be Fleury. It can't be Subban. It has to be Fleury. That's who I want. Um, Subban is only $200 cheaper than Fleury, which is absolutely insane. Um, if that price instead of an 8,200 was more like a 7,200 there, I think I could go there. But yeah, nah, man. Um, yeah, whatever, man. Like I said, it's in top four for me, man. If you want to get a little different defensively, I think you could play. I did write some guys down here. Who do I wrote down? Theodore. Let me see here. Yeah, Shea Theodore. He's getting 21 minutes of ice time. 14 shots, 6 blocks. I'd like to see them blocks go up. These guys are a little nervous. I think taking block shots anymore, man. These guys are trying to get hurt. The game is changing, man. The physicality of it and everything is changing. Check out Yinzer on Hockey for that. He does a lot of that kind of stuff, a lot of opinionated stuff with injuries and whatnot. So he's way more up to date than me, man. I just worry about the numbers and play the games. I don't even care what these people look like, man. I don't give a shit what their number is or nothing like that on the back of their jersey. I don't care. All I care about is production, number production. That is absolutely it. That's what this is about for all of us, man. Um, so Jared, Jared played the game last night, so I'll play the game and then I'll give you a real quick last breakdown here, and I'll do it a little backwards here. We run the diamond stack, the snowflake stack, boulder award. Mitch, I'm all with you, buddy. Flurry for the boulder award, guaranteed, man. I seen you commented that there, and absolutely, I'm with you. Snowflake stack. I kind of go get something. Let me go with that Florida line one. Hell with it. We'll go Florida line one for nothing. They burnt me today. They may as well burn everybody else again tomorrow when everybody tries to jump on. And my diamond stack here. I'm gonna go too chalky or nothing. Which I think the chalky one might be the Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen pick, not as far as plays, but just picks. And I tell you what, give me Winnipeg line one. Just even strength line one. Oh, wait, I can't play line one. Damn. I got to play line two. Oh, shit. Sorry. We'll move on. I'm not used to picking picks first. Normally, Jared's taking my picks for me. Bet you like that Florida line too. I like that Florida line too. I did get a little bit of them today. Thank goodness. I tell you what, how about this? I'll take the New York Islanders line two. New York Islanders line two to get 12 or more points, man. I like it. Ladd, Barzal, and Everly. I think we can get it done with that. Jared would like that call, I think. That being said, guys, it's pretty much it. Nice, quick 4-game slate. Nothing real, there's a lot of plays, man. There's a lot of forward plays. Goalie, man, Fleury, Leonard, that's where I'm going. I can't see me going off any other direction. If I change my mind, I'll tweet it out on the channel, the channel's Twitter page. But I can't see me going anywhere different. Everybody else is a little too risky for me. I'm probably going to play a lot more cash tomorrow than I am GPP at all. Just to throw that out there too. But I like the Islanders. I don't think they'll be chalky at all, but I do like them a lot. I do also like that Florida line too. I'm a fan of that. But if I'm going to play Leonard, I'm not going to play that Florida line too. So, whatever. I'm more on the Islanders side there. Toronto, Winnipeg. This game could go either way. I'm not on the goalies here at all. I suggest just GPP only if you're going to take one of the goalies, one of Anderson or Hellebuck. If something changes, ends up being Sparks or Brosat, everything changes. If it is the backups at all in this game, we are full on with all the forwards that we can possibly fit in here, man, because it's just going to be a free for all of nothing but nonstop shots and goals. I'd love it. I don't think it's going to be that. I think you're going to get Anderson and Hellbuck. That's what I think. But I think the top six. So this whole game is in play for me, both sides, Toronto and Winnipeg. Tampa and Colorado, again, same thing. Not really interested in the goalies. Both of these guys are elite goalies in Vasilevsky and Varlamov. Um, I'm leaning more towards Varlamov. I think he's playing out of his mind right now. Last I checked, he was under 2 goals a game. It was something like 1.7 or something like that. It was something crazy. His cat's good, man. That top line, Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen, great plays. Same with Tampa Bay with Gord, Point, Stamkos, Plot, Johnson, Kucherov. Don't forget about JT Miller or Killorn. Both of them guys are great. Defensively, Hedman, he's good. Gerard, Johnson, Barry for Colorado, they're all good defensively. So that game, both sides, just like the Toronto-Winnipeg game, there's tons of plays there. Last game, pretty much your more one lopsided game, probably your chalkier game. You can see Vegas chalking out here with that minus 220 home favorite. Being at home, it's tough to play in Vegas if you're, a visiting team. The city loves this hockey team. That's it, bottom line. So that's what we're looking at. I'm not playing any Vancouver. If you want to play Vancouver, good luck to you. Like I said, small over under here 5.5. If it goes over, it's because it's a 4-1 Vegas game, 5-1 Vegas game, 6, 5-2 maybe, something like that. Could be a major Vegas offensive breakout here tomorrow. I will have me some of this. I know everybody else will too, so I'll jump on board, run it with them. I'll try to differentiate, maybe throw some defensive line in there with the power play, try to do something, whatever it might be. Maybe I'll suck it up and have to play Holla. I don't want to do that either. And Fleury is a great goalie on this slate. So that's it, guys. That's what I got for you. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Let a comment down below. We like hearing feedback, man. If you think we screwed up, tell us. If you agree with us, tell us that too. We just like hearing back from everybody. That's all. So again, if you like it, give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, buy us a billboard, whatever you got to do, get us out there. Let everybody know that there is someone out here doing hockey. There's only a few of us out here on YouTube, and we're one of them, and we try to do the best we can. So with that being said, good night, everybody. I'm going to go watch the rest of the Pens game. Hopefully they win, and we have a good night.